Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins. This is week 239, and as we talk to the Master Rose here, we'll find out that the clue this week is Wild-Eared Gambler. The clues individually are Call of the Wild for our helm, Simply Saucer for our body, Chousers of Choice for our legs, and Dalmascan Chic for our feet. In this video we have an 80 score with dies 100 and obviously the easiest 80 possible. So without further ado, let's look at that 100 score. Okay, 100 score, nice and easily done. Of course, this week we're going to be requiring the need of MGP to get MGP, but it's worthwhile to note that once you have these items, you can use them for future fashion reports. We're going to be getting the Bunny Crown and the Bunny Bustier, both of which are MGP from a prize claim vendor in the Gold Saucer. These are very good options if you want to spend MGP to get MGP and invest in the future. Alternatively, though, there are much harder things to acquire, but will work for the helm, for example. The Tamamo headband will work, which is from Fox Fate, or obviously from Faux Leaves. We got the Keiichi ears, which are, obviously from buying a plushie in real life, or we've got the Emerald, Topaz, or Ruby Carbuncle ears. Those will give you gold as well, but those are associated with cash shop outfits, which is why we went for the Bunny Crown, because it's equipable by everyone, both genders in the game, level 1 and above all classes. So that's a pretty good option, and it is a good investment, like I say. And the same thing pretty much happened with the chest as well, the Bunny Bustier. That's MGP, but alternatively, you could obviously go for the Bunny Chief Bustier as well. Same for the crown as well, now I think about it. The Gambler's Trench Coat's supposed to work, but that's also MGP, and that's all I know of currently that would work in those slots. But again, good investment for the future. These things pop up quite a bit. For the legs then, you don't really have much choice here. There's a lot of Chousers in the game, but there is a really cheap, affordable one, which is the Hempen Chousers, which are equipable by all classes in the game, level 5 and above. Okay, to get your legs for the week, come over to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange Teleport in Uldar's Market District in the Steppes of Thal, and simply walk the other way from this and you will find the low-level city-state armor vendor of Uldar, known as Gwalta. Any low-level city-state armor vendor in any of the 3 starting cities will provide you with this option. Go to the Land and Hand tab, regardless of the fact I'm neither of those, and then goes to the level 1 to 9 tab, and you'll find the Hempen Chousers for 94 gil. This is the cheapest option that you could possibly ever go for these legs, and the best option. It is equipable by all classes in the game, regardless of your background, level 5 and above, so anything you want can equip these. So 94 gil. There are other alternatives that would work, other Chousers. I don't really see the point in listing those, since you can just go to this vendor and purchase them, but of course, there we go. Right, that's the legs out of the way, nice and easy. So those are some of the best items. And then finally for the 100, we went for the Dalmascan leather shoes. These are something you can craft, obviously. And yeah, the recipe's not too bad these days, but obviously people will be hiking that price up. That doesn't actually have an alternative to that, but it is equipable by all classes level 1 and above. So if you are going for the 100, definitely shop around. Maybe there'll be a server somewhere on your data center, or even another data center. Now we can data center hop that will have those at a reasonable price. But yeah, my server today is exploiting the fact that that's on the list 100%. So there we go. Anyway, that's the 100 score. Not too bad, but again, spending MGP to get MGP might not be everyone's cup of tea. And of course, if you create alts, which a lot of people do, and then they try to find a way of getting 80 score minimum throughout this for the maximum MGP, then this is not a great option for them. So let's move on to other options then. Let's look at the 80 with dies. And here are your die options this week. As you can see, we have Peacock Blue on any weapon in the game there. We then have Pearl White for any helm in the game. Pearl White's accessible from your new Island Sanctuary now as one of the dies, as well as obviously from Sky Builder scripts. We have jet black dye on our chest piece there. Obviously not accessible by everybody, but it is, you know, that's one of the options that we need to consider, is obviously the retainers that we can get in the game as well as the cash shop. Then for our hands, we've got ourselves desert yellow. For our legs in the game, any legs, chestnut brown. And finally, any feet in the game will need to be the color jet black as well. So obviously you're going to be considering 2 jet black dyes for both your chest and feet, which is quite expensive. This might not be the best option, so let's move straight to that, the best, easiest 80 of the week. Okay, so it's time for the easiest 80. As you can see, I've combined some very affordable dyes and 1 piece of gear, and essentially we have got an 80 score. So follow this to the T. Make sure you have something equipped in every single slot. That's the first important thing. That means full right side, full left side, okay? As you can see here. The first thing I did then is I got any chest piece in the game, so the recently new added event item, the street top, doesn't matter what it is, I've dyed that soot black dye, okay? Soot black dye on any chest in the game. Right, then I've combined that with the hempen chousers, which are acquired from low-level city-state armor vendors off the Disciple of Hand and Land tab, levels 1 to 9. This is equipable by all classes in the game, level 5 and above. And then we've dyed that chestnut brown dye, a very affordable dye, I think you'll agree. And then finally, any feet in the game, we've used the Favnarian sandals here, but any feet in the game dyed soot black dye. So, 2 soot black dyes, 1 on your chest, 1 on your feet, and then the hempen chousers in chestnut brown is enough to scrape an 80. Nice and easy. If you don't manage to get an 80 in this manner, you could also dye your hands as well. Those need to be a yellow color, any yellow dye. But you should get an 80 score like this very simply. It's one of the better options. Obviously, soot black dye, you probably have access to that, and chestnut brown, not exactly going to break the bank. I should be able to do this on all of my alts, and so should you. An 80 is obviously the minimum you need for the maximum MGP of the week. Don't forget to put your MGP buffs on, either personal as well as your free company one if you have one of those. But yes, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. A link in the description will take you to the Reddit thread where most of this was theorized this week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Happy 6.2, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.